20 village seeds for Minecraft Java Edition it is. As a reminder, structures do not generate in the same places between versions. So on Bedrock Edition, you'll get similar terrain, but the villages will not be there. The spawn of this seed is just crazy. There's grove and mountains all around. Right here, there's a big dripstone cave opening on the mountainside. There's also a village right there. But this village over on the cliffside is why I wanted to show this seed. Cliffside villages are always awesome, and this one doesn't disappoint. We've got buildings at the top, buildings in the frozen ocean around icebergs, and paths going down the side of the cliffs. A shipwreck is in the village too. There's even bits of lush cave on the cliffside. There's just a lot going on here. Such a cool Minecraft seed. As I always do in these videos, it's time to look at just a basic plains village. If you're wondering how I found this, I created a tutorial for my members among a few others for QBiomes Viewer. Just want to quickly also say thanks to my recent channel members. This village is in a pretty big plains biome. There's a village off in the distance over there, and one over there too. There's a ruined portal right there. The village has a blacksmith and a mason's house. If you're looking for a cold, wintry Minecraft seed, this is a decent option. This village is in a big, snowy plains biome. That hill right there has a big dripstone cave opening on the side of it. There's a big dripstone cave crater right here too. There's also an igloo in this village. As always, when I show igloo villages, it fits right in with the other buildings in the village. The igloo has a basement at the bottom, just a decent snowy village seed. This seed gives you one of the quickest ways to get a diamond ever. I spawned into this world looking directly at a blacksmith building, and that's where I found the diamond. I always show each village variant, but desert villages are probably the least. I'm just not a big fan of desert biomes, but this one has some azalea trees and an oak tree over there, so that's useful. And by the way, there's a trial chamber underneath the village too. So yeah, decent desert village seed here, and it just so happens that you can get a diamond right away. This seed generates an elevated savanna plateau in a circular-like shape. You can see what I mean by looking at this map that has the seed's elevation levels on it. A village is also generated in the middle of the elevated savanna plateau. It even has a blacksmith building. I also don't show many savanna villages just because I personally don't like the wood colors, but this one is in a pretty cool location. This Minecraft seed has some pretty awesome mountains that spawn, where right at this circular mountain area, the spot even stretches up to Y level 255. And we have an abandoned village here too. Always just awesome having a village generate in an area like this. This one being an abandoned village makes it a bit more rare. Just a really cool place to spawn in a Minecraft world. In my village seeds videos, I share many villages with giant ruined portals. Just my personal opinion, I think they look really awesome. Like at one point, the villagers actually utilized the portal themselves. In this case, I've found the village in a big plains biome. I'll create a tutorial on how I found this for channel members. There's another village right there, and there is a snow biome over there. This village also has a blacksmith building, an armorer, and a library. I found another ocean village Minecraft seed here. Not much of a surprise at this point, one of my favorite types of seeds to find. Aside from this ocean ruin, that shipwreck poking out of the water, and an ocean monument over there, all I see around is ocean. The village itself has a blacksmith and a mason. I'll never get tired of finding ocean village seeds. I was doing a search for double villages in Minecraft and I found something interesting. So yeah, there's this double village right at spawn. You can see that the path of this village ends right next to the other village. This village generates in a random beach biome too. A double village is what I was looking for, and I found it, but that's not actually why I wanted to show this in the video. So looking around, there's a big plains biome and another village over there, but there's also that dark water area with a beach next to it. And there's a shipwreck there too. So this water is actually a mini ocean which causes the beach and shipwreck to generate next to it. You just don't expect to see a beach shipwreck in an area that is otherwise just plains biome all around, but apparently a small ocean like this can generate out of nowhere. Seed searching always leads to finding random things, and this one I managed to find because of a seed search for a double village. The spawn of this seed is in this plains biome with a couple of churches. There's sunflower plains all around and a mini cherry grove right here. Over there is a bigger cherry grove near some more sunflowers. There's another village right over here. It's right on the edge of this cave, which looks pretty cool. Underneath the spawn village, we can find this big dripstone cave. There's even a mine shaft here. But I really wanted to show this seed because of this trial chamber. I don't really do too many trial chamber searches, but I should probably do more since it's the main thing in the latest major update. So if you're looking for a trial chamber under spawn, this is a decent seed for you. I spawned into this world on the edge of a meadow hill. Looking up, I immediately saw a blacksmith building. That's a pretty awesome start to the world, but it got even better when I noticed this is a ruined portal village. This at spawn combined with the elevated terrain, including some mountains, is just really awesome. But it's even better when we realize there's a woodland mansion nearby too. I wouldn't classify this as a tall mansion by any means, but there's still a significant amount of cobblestone there. Just a great spawn area for this one. The spawn of this seed has a taiga village right across from the river, and the village has 4 different blacksmith buildings. Blacksmiths seem to generate more frequently in taiga villages than other village variants, but 4 of them is still really cool. The village overall has a bunch of buildings too. There's another village close by too. This one is just a small village, but still awesome having 2 villages close to spawn. I have always been a bit fascinated with Windswept Minecraft terrain. Just the fact that this type of terrain generates in a regular vanilla Minecraft world is interesting. Somebody who's good at building, especially in like a steampunk type style, could cook something awesome up around this area. The village in this seed already gives a decent idea on how something would look here. This path block and this floating block are the highest terrain points at Y level 169. This church has the highest point overall at Y level 173. We get so many spots that look like a mess, like these paths and like buildings tucked away like this. It's pretty cool that this blacksmith is all the way up here too. This village close by that is pretty much all at ocean level is a decent reference to how crazy that Windswept village looks. You can see that tall windswept terrain in the background. It's just really cool looking Minecraft terrain, and that's why I have always been fascinated by it. I found this oceanside Savanna village here. There's also this little nub of a shipwreck here next to a building. I really like the look of oceanside villages. Adding in a shipwreck just makes it even better. This comment asked if I could find a coastal village that's also near a forest. So I loaded up Cubom's viewer, I added a spawn village. Then I added a forest that's within 250 blocks of spawn. And I added a shipwreck within 100 blocks so an ocean would generate. I looked through some of the seeds I got and I decided to show this one. We have the coastal village here, over there is some forest, and over there is a nice big forest. Some of the village generates in the ocean, and the shipwreck I added actually generates connected to a building. There's one church and one more church, and there's a blacksmith. Not sure if that's what the commenter had in mind, but I like it. In my village seeds videos, I always show a jungle temple village. As you can see, this video is no different. The temple is right against a tannery building. The village also has a blacksmith, a mason, and 3 armorers. The plains biome that the village generates in is pretty big. Nothing too unusual for me, but I always like a good jungle temple village. This comment politely requested a 1.21 jungle village seed. Luckily for me, I already have a session for jungle villages on Cubom's viewer, so I just loaded that up and loaded up some seeds. Here's a decent one from the list. This mini desert is surrounded by a jungle. You could even replace the sand with dirt, bamboo, and trees and you'd probably notice. Some of the buildings do stretch into the jungle, so yeah, this is as close to a jungle village as we'll get in 1.21. This seed has 3 villages at spawn. In fact, I spawned inside this one here. And this village actually connects to the other village. They're just super close to each other. Well, I mean, they overlap, so obviously. The third village is right across the river, like 120-ish blocks away. This village has 2 blacksmiths, which helps make up for the other villages not having one. The villages are in a big plains biome, but we can see some higher elevation levels in some areas. This area actually looks really cool. There's also a pillager outpost over here too. So yeah, that's a triple village seed. The spawn of this Minecraft seed is in a cherry grove circle. Usually when I find or show these, the spawn is right outside of the circle, so it's pretty cool spawning here. There's the sunflower plains in the middle and a village too. Just ignore the mess that these paths have made here. Cherry grove circles always look cool. Adding in the sunflowers and adding in the village just make this one even better. Just a really cool Minecraft seed. The mountains at the spawn of this seed look really awesome. Just some really beautiful looking Minecraft terrain. And look where this big hole in the mountain leads to. Yeah, a mountain circle area with a woodland mansion and a village. One of the village buildings is up here at the top of the mountains. There's also a building inside of the mansion here. This piece of the village path can be found on the second floor. These pieces of terrain in the mansion are because the mansion is partly covered by the mountains. It's always cool when a mansion generates like this. The mansion has some alleys and a hidden spider spawner. This is just a really cool area. And there are some really cool Minecraft village seeds in the video on the left, or click the video on the right to see some survival island seeds. Thanks for watching. I'm out of here. See ya.